of the morning to you all. Happy St. Patrick's Day and welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I am Eric. On the bar for today, we got a face-off of two fancy Green Spot Irish whiskeys. Green Spot, Chateau Montelena Zinfandel wine cask finish against Green Spot's Chateau Louisville Barton Bordeaux red wine casks. I will give you a nose taste finish review of both of these whiskeys. We're going to talk about their value. I'll give you my final thoughts, final score, tell you which one I think is a better bang for your buck, leave you with a Irish malt musing. But first, if you've yet to take a second, smash that thumbs up. Make sure you don't miss these reviews. They drop every Friday here on YouTube. I also have a Tuesday happy hour show every Tuesday streaming live here on the tube at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, Green Spot. Part of the Mitchell & Sons whiskeys, pretty well-known Irish pot still whiskey using the unmalted barley and malted barley approach, characteristic of Irish pot still whiskey. Pretty common one to find. You find it anywhere around that $40, $50 mark. These two, however, are two kind of variations on that. First one we have here I will talk about is this Chateau Montelena. This is a Zinfandel wine cask finish. Napa Valley, so these are coming out of California. Quick background on this: initially matured traditional sherry and bourbon cask, Green Spot Chateau Montelena, was then finished in Zinfandel wine cask, adding exciting new dimension. There you go. Okay, this one's bottled at 46%. So the traditional Green Spot usually coming in around 40. So we see a increase of about 6% in the ABV, which is great to see. It does not say anything on here about chill filtration or natural color, so we can go ahead and assume they've probably added a little color to these, and it is likely a chill filtered whiskey. In this corner, Chateau Louisville Barton. Again, also initially matured in traditional sherry and bourbon casks, and then it is finished in Bordeaux wine cask. That's a French red wine from the Bordeaux region of France. They're not necessarily all red, but I'm pretty sure the one in this one is a red. So once again, giving it a little bit of a fancy finish, also at 46%. So they've kicked up the ABV on this one as well. So we got a California finish versus a French finish. As for the color on these, again, we do not know. They're likely have color added. This is the Chateau Louisville Barton. I'm sorry, the Chateau Montelena. This is the Louisville Barton. As you can see, this one over here, the Louisville Barton, little bit of a deeper red color. Okay, let me just clean the palate here. We'll do a neat tasting. We'll add a little water. We'll see what's going on with these. Wow. So the nose of this already, for those of you who like that Irish pot still style of whiskey, you definitely are familiar with the kind of spicy, bready quality that you get out of these. You are definitely getting it here. That is nice. Look out, cat. I know you don't want any of this. There's a really nice spicy quality to this. Why don't you come up here? Winston the Whiskey Cat is going to make a St. Patty's Day appearance. What do you think? You a fan? Oh, not completely repulsed. Usually is. Anyways, back to the whiskey here, y'all. Nice spice. Little bit of sharpness from the oak. You're getting that bready character. You're getting the sweet fruit, pears. Oh my. A little bit of apple, a little bit of cinnamon. I just love that unmelted barley note you get off these Irish pot still whiskeys. There's a creamy quality to this. Vanilla's definitely there. A little bit, maybe a hint of a kind of almond marzipan note. Okay, here we go. Really great mouthfeel on this. Pretty oily, full flavor. You're getting the sweetness, almost a buttery quality, pear, kind of almost slightly bordering on pineapple. That nice rounded spice coming in from the spirit on this. Good spiciness, orchard fruits. It goes into a nice medium long finish. Nothing hits really hard on this. It's just a very full flavor, very nicely well-rounded. That wine cask definitely bringing in elements. You're getting just a little bit of a tart sharpness on the back end of this from that Zindfandel. Tasty stuff. Very good. Okay. Now to the second one, the Louisville Barton. I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. This is the Bordeaux cask. Ooh. Much different on the nose. Well, this one was kind of lighter pears, golden fruits, more sweetness. This has got a more depth to it. There's dark fruits and earthy tones. So I'm talking like there's some berry qualities to this. I don't know, maybe like blackberry. Nice orchard fruit as well. That spicy unmalted barley note, but it is, I feel like the cask influence is a bit more impactful here. Really giving a richness to the nose on this. Fruit, spice, sweet. Hints of chocolate, maybe a little bit of even a allspice note. Very nice. Okay, here we go. Let's launch. That is fantastic. Really tasty stuff. So what you're looking at here, again, these are both bourbon sherry initially, like the regular green spot. But with this addition of the Bordeaux cask, we're just getting another kind of dark berry dimension flavor to this. There's a good amount of spice, baking spices, along with the spice from that unmalted barley, that kind of bready quality still there. Honey note, medium long development, medium long finish, really kind of creamy blueberry, blackberry, subtle notes coming in on this as it goes into vanillas and just some of that kind of unmalted barley, Irish quality. Wow, both very good. Impressive. Okay, I'm going to put some water on both of these. We're going to do 3 drops each just to bring this down a little bit. We'll see what else happens here. Again, these are both 46% ABV. Go. You know, interestingly, I think out of the two, the Bordeaux has probably got a little bit more of a dryingness to it, but it plays really nice. I'm noticing it here now in the finish. Okay, we're back to the Chateau Montelena Zinfandel with water. Oh man, what a great nose! Almost getting almost like a white grape quality to this now. Sweet, lively, very nice full flavor. Oak cask, more oak note, wood notes in this one for sure. Really nice. I think maybe I'm picking up a little bit more of an orange or citric note on this now than I did before, but it's subtle. Need butterscotch. Okay, a little bit more drying now. Mouth watering. Again, pears. Maybe a little hint of kind of a nutmeg spice, cinnamon. Lighter on this, it's like a light cinnamon. This one does, the development's a little bit shorter. It does get into this finish a little quicker than I noticed on the Bordeaux. Again, kind of dry white chocolate, almond, milk chocolate. Pardon me, yeah, milk chocolate. A little bit of that tartness. A little bit more tannic this time. I think the finish is shortened up. I think this one was actually a little bit better neat. It just seemed to kind of last a little longer. Okay, now over to the to the Bordeaux. The earthiness you get in this, it almost has that dunnage warehouse quality if you're familiar with whiskeys like Glen Scotia, Benromic, to some extent Springbank, although it's much more pungent with Springbank, just giving a little bit of this kind of earthy dimension. Definitely getting that here. Creamy berries. I'm getting more strawberry now and still a bit of the blackberry, but more strawberry blueberry kind of thing going on than neat when it was more blackberries. So sweeter. Wood's coming through a little bit more of that oak spice. Dry sherry note. God, what a fantastic notes. Rich, inviting, sweet. Here we go. Still a very full mouthfeel. Everything is very well rounded. Sweet with that earthy tone, just a little bit in the background. Really add some character to this one. Again, your classic kind of spices are there. Berries, strawberry, kind of like powdered sugar. And then you got this backbone of it's almost like a little bit of a bitter dark chocolate with some like red berries over it. Really nice. Vanilla cream going right through into a medium long finish. This one is also standing up really well with water. Ooh. Okay. All right. So both of these bottles, again, 46%. It is unclear about their that they've been chill filtered or not. So we can assume they are. They are your classic triple distilled Irish whiskey, of course. Pot still, and we also assume that they've probably added a little color to these. Now, compared to the regular Green Spot, which is just a bourbon sherry cask, 40%er, introductory whiskey from the Spot range, these are going to run you around $90 USD. So, you know, almost double the price. But I can tell you right now, based on the quality you're getting here, in terms of the richness, the 46% ABV, the fun wine cask finishes, I mean, I think these are both delivering quite well, despite having no age statement. It is likely they're probably in that 7 to 8 year old range. Not really sure. But I think you're getting really a quality whiskey here, despite some of the shortcomings of presentation. And these wine cask finishes, along with the higher ABV, are really bringing it some extra added value. So I think I'm going to go with a medium high value on these. I think that they're just they're hitting the right marks on this. So let's get into final thoughts. These are both really good. As far as the Spot range concerned, where you have the regular Green Spot, you have the Yellow Spot, you have the Red Spot, and the recently released Blue Spot, and the coming Gold Spot. These fit right in there in terms of quality. In fact, I think these are standouts in the range. These, along with the Yellow Spot, I think are probably the best in the range for the money and the availability. And you really get a chance to take your pick here. This Chateau Montelena, a little bit more on the sweeter, later side. This Bordeaux, a little bit darker, has a little more complexity, a little bit more dynamism to it. You really can't go wrong with either of these. I'm very glad to have both, and I think I would likely replace both of these on my shelf. However, if I could only choose one, I think the one I would choose is the Louisville Barton Bordeaux. I think it just has a little bit more depth, and that earthy note, that dunnage warehouse note I mentioned, is just giving it a character and a dimension that I think makes it truly unique. So final scores on these. The Bordeaux Chateau Louisville Barton, this is going to get a 4.5 out of 5 for me. I think this is a stunningly good whiskey and very much worth buying. The Chateau Montelena Zinfandel wine cask, also really, really good. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. So these are both, you know, if you're a 100 point scale person, above 90. Great Irish whiskeys to add to your collection. And I think these are Irish whiskeys that can turn your head if you're not somebody who really delves into Irish whiskey too much. So two great whiskeys to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day with here. Again, 4.5 out of 5 for the Louisville Barton Green Spot Bordeaux wine, and the Chateau Montelena Zinfandel 4 out of 5. So I am going to enjoy the rest of these. Do enjoy your St. Patty's Day. And with that, I'll kick you on over to your malt musing, and I'll see you next time here in Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Cheers.